YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
When it was announced that Melly's ex-girlfriend Maria had been arrested while re-entering the country on January 26, her worst nightmare came true. She has been booked and detained in Miami County and is unlikely to be released on bond because the feds have been searching for her. She will be questioned about the witness tampering claims and what transpired on the night of the crime because she is the crucial piece to uncovering the truth about what happened to Sack Chaser and Juvie. Having never been arrested before, Maria Hamilton is spending her first day at the Brownwood County Jail. She was arrested by U.S. Border Patrol agents at Miami International Airport Monday after arriving on an international flight. According to court records, Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023. The feds looked into Maria's iCloud and found evidence of Melly attempting to tamper with her. If found guilty of witness tampering alone, he faces life in prison.
6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
The federal authorities have always wanted to question Maria. Fortunately for Melly, she consented to temporarily leave the country. But now that she is back, she won't be able to keep quiet. We even heard from Juvie's father about how he discovered Melly was tampering with Maria.
It's this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom.
Melly will be sentenced to life in prison for the witness tampering charges alone if found guilty. This didn't sit well with Melly because he showed up for his last court date in full force, looking very angry and without a haircut. However, things changed when the judge began discussing Melly's release from jail because it was reported that Melly needs to make an informed decision about his attorneys. He has now been in our jail for more than 2,100 days.
So, I don't want to repeat myself. Mr. Demons has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for a week, and then I'm asking for at least a day or 2.
Can you decide by tomorrow? I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
Melly has been incarcerated since February 2019 and has had terrible internal treatment over the years, with Melly's mother explaining.
Son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
However, if there is proof that Melly's witness tampered with the jail phones, that would be the reason he is not allowed to use them. Nevertheless, this does not alter the reality that Melly's mother is devastated and powerless for her son.
You saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
Because of how widely known Melly's case is, it has received a lot of media attention, which led Charleston White to say,
The YNW Melly. I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated. When you done chose to play, think somebody.
In addition to accusations of witness tampering when Borland's home was searched, documents detailing the jurors' appearances and locations in court were discovered, giving the impression that Borland and Melly intended to influence the jury.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Borland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Borland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Borland allegedly tampered with a witness.
Which is highly unlawful and puts the jurors' safety in jeopardy. DJ scholars were shocked that they attempted to do this.
Keep it real, this is sloppy. Borland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy shit! Like, come to on! It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro! Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. Like, oh, okay, thank you, brother.
Boozie's remarks regarding the feds seem to be accurate given Melly's mounting charges and the prosecutor's numerous delays over the years.
They're bringing you more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been taking to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, bro.
In a last-ditch attempt to get Melly to post bail, his attorneys brought up the fact that Melly texted Maria during the incident, allegedly revealing that he was fleeing from males on the street.
He's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
However, this was insufficient to free him because the actual reason for the crime was discovered by the authorities. A former member of O Block said that Melly had approached King Von to ask him how to handle Sack Chaser and Juvie.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people can say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vern was mad at me, bro. Why you put that, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around?
You can probably guess what King Von said when he asked him what to do, because Melly didn't like that he and Borland had done the majority of the work for the company. But Chaser had been fired, and Juvie wanted to divide the money equally in 4 ways. However, when you combine the motive with all the concrete evidence against Melly, it doesn't look good for him at all, as evidenced by these messages discovered on his phone after the crime.
Town asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Not to mention just the day after, Portland and Melly looked like they had no sadness for their fallen friends.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
The prosecutor's investigation of the vehicle they were in and his testimony that a drive-by couldn't have occurred is likely the weakest evidence of all.
How many rounds were inside the car?
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
No.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
Williams stated that the back left seat of the automobile was where the crime must have occurred, and Juvie's mother testified in court on who got into that seat.
Mother. And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.